If you're a man over 50 and you've been waking up multiple times a night just to urinate, if your stream has gotten weaker, slower, or even starts and stops unpredictably, let me tell you something with absolute clarity. That's not just aging, it's a sign. A signal from your body that your prostate is under pressure, and that pressure is quietly stealing your sleep, your energy, and yes, your confidence as a man. Now here's what most doctors won't tell you. Your prostate isn't just something to manage. It's something you can support, something you can restore naturally, gently, and effectively if you give it the right tools. And those tools aren't found in expensive pills, surgeries, or one-size-fits-all treatments. They're found in food. More specifically, in 5 simple, science-backed nuts that I've used in my clinic for over 30 years. Nuts that help men shrink their prostate, sleep through the night, restore testosterone, and bring back that quiet strength that aging tried to take away. And the most surprising part? Some men feel the difference in as little as 18 hours. I'm Dr. Jonathan Prescott, a men's health specialist who's walked alongside thousands of men in their 60s, 70s, even into their 80s, helping them reclaim what matters most. What I'm about to share with you isn't hype, it's not theory, it's practical, natural medicine, grounded in the rhythms of your own biology. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the 5 most powerful nuts I've seen reverse symptoms of BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia, boost hormone health, and dramatically improve quality of life. You'll learn what each nut does, how much to eat, when to eat it for maximum benefit, and how to build it into your day in less than 5 minutes. Because you deserve answers. You deserve relief. And most importantly, you deserve to feel like yourself again.
1 Brazil nut, the selenium shield. Sometimes all it takes is 1 nut. Walter, 72, a retired school principal, walked into my office looking worn down. Not from illness, from waking up 4 times a night to pee. The slow stream, the discomfort, but most of all, the sense that his manhood was slipping away. "Doc," he said, "I feel like a shadow of the man I used to be." His testosterone was low, common at that age. But what stood out? His selenium level, nearly 0. Here's what most men don't know. Your prostate stores more selenium than almost any organ. That's not random. It's biological priority. If selenium is missing, your prostate suffers. Inflammation rises. Cells stop repairing. Testosterone can't function. And the tissue begins to enlarge. BPH. So I gave Walter the simplest prescription of my career. 1 Brazil nut per day. No pills, no procedures. Just 1 crunchy powerhouse. Brazil nuts are the richest natural source of selenium on Earth. 1 nut gives over 100% of your daily need in a form the body absorbs better than any pill. But that 1 nut also delivers magnesium to relax the urinary tract, healthy fats to cool inflammation, and vitamin E to help cells recover. A few days in, Walter was only waking up once. 2 weeks later, his stream was steady. After a month, he told me, "Doc, I slept through the night for the first time in years, and my wife noticed. I'm smiling again." But here's the thing. With selenium, more is not better. Too much can be toxic. That's why I never recommend handfuls. 1 nut every morning with water. That's it. This small ritual quietly calms inflammation, supports hormones, shrinks the prostate, and gives you back your nights. For many men, this is the first domino, the first win. The first moment they realize, maybe I'm not stuck with this. Walter's journey started with one nut. Yours can too. And the next food I gave him didn't just help his nights, it reignited his power. Let's talk about that next.
2. Pumpkin seeds, the zinc commander. Walter came back 2 weeks after starting the Brazil nut. He smiled, looking lighter. "Doc," he said, "I feel better. I'm sleeping more, peeing less. But is there more I can do? Something to keep this going. Maybe even bring my drive back." "Yes," I said, "pumpkin seeds. These small seeds are one of the underrated tools in a man's health arsenal, especially for the prostate. Why? Because they're loaded with zinc, and zinc is the mineral your prostate depends on to stay calm, small, and balanced. When zinc runs low, and it often does as we age, bad things start happening. The prostate swells, DHT rises, that's the hormone behind BPH. Urges to urinate become constant. Flow weakens, testosterone drops, inflammation builds. But restore zinc, and things begin to shift. Swelling calms, hormones regulate, pressure fades, and for many men, their spark returns. I told Walter, each night, have a small handful of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds. No salt, no roasting, no sugar, just natural. Chew them slowly. Let your body take in every trace of zinc to protect and shrink the prostate. Plant sterols to reduce DHT. Omega-3s to soothe inflammation. Phytochemicals to support tissue repair. 10 days later, he called. "Doc, it's working. No more constant pressure. I'm not living in the bathroom. And I'll be honest, I feel like a man again." That stuck with me, because the prostate isn't just a gland. It's tied to a man's identity, his confidence, his freedom. And when something as humble as pumpkin seeds can help restore that, you realize nature hasn't stopped speaking. We just stopped listening. And science agrees. Men who eat pumpkin seeds regularly experience smaller prostate volume, fewer nighttime trips, stronger urinary flow, improved hormone profiles. Why? Because zinc binds directly to prostate tissue, shielding it from overgrowth and keeping testosterone and DHT in healthy balance. Even more powerful, combine pumpkin seeds with Brazil nuts and you've got a natural 1-2 punch that beats what most pills can offer, without the side effects. Walter laughed during our next visit. Who knew? 2 tiny foods, and I feel like I got my life back. I smiled. We're just getting started, because next I introduced him to a nut that didn't just calm inflammation, it rebuilt blood flow across his whole body. And that changed everything. Let's talk about that next. Walnuts, the omega-3 healer.
3 walnuts, the omega-3 healer. When inflammation goes down, the real you comes back up. A few weeks into Walter's new routine, 1 Brazil nut in the morning, pumpkin seeds in the evening, he returned with a different kind of energy. But this time, he didn't talk about bathroom trips. He looked at me and said, "Doc, I don't just want to pee better, I want to live better. I want to feel sharp again, move without pain, get my strength back." I nodded. Then it's time we add walnuts. Most people think of walnuts as brain food, and they're right. But for men over 60, they're so much more than that. Walnuts are one of nature's richest sources of plant-based omega-3s,
the kind of fat your body uses to fight what I call the slow burn of aging, chronic inflammation. And inflammation is the hidden enemy of your prostate and your entire system. It swells tissue, disrupts hormonal signaling, restricts blood flow to your pelvis, and gradually erodes strength, clarity, and vitality. Walnuts fight back. They deliver omega-3s to cool inflammation, ellagic acid, a potent antioxidant that shields prostate cells, and compounds that improve circulation and blood vessel flexibility. When blood flows freely, everything begins to function better. I had Walter add 7 walnut halves a day, simple, purposeful, and easy to do with lunch or a midday snack. 1 week later, he called me. "Doc, I didn't even realize how foggy I'd become until the fog lifted." He was thinking sharper, moving easier, even laughing more. His prostate symptoms kept improving, yes, but now his joints, his focus, and his mood were following suit. That's the ripple effect of reducing systemic inflammation. It's not just one organ getting better. It's your whole rhythm coming back online. You see, while Brazil nuts and pumpkin seeds deliver targeted support, walnuts rebuild the terrain. They create an internal environment where healing becomes possible again. Improved blood flow, less oxidative stress, better nutrient delivery, deeper, more complete restoration. It's not just about feeling better. It's about becoming the kind of body that knows how to recover again. Walter told me something I'll never forget. "I haven't felt this mentally sharp since I left work. It's like someone flipped the lights back on." That's the quiet power of walnuts. They don't shout. They don't shock. They simply restore. Clarity, ease, calm, all while supporting the gland that keeps so many men up at night. And we still weren't done, because what came next wasn't just about healing. It was about reclaiming confidence in the most personal way possible. Up next, Pistachios, the erection enhancer.
4. Pistachios, the erection enhancer. When circulation returns, so does confidence. Walter leaned in during a follow-up, voice low like a secret. "Doc, my wife noticed something, and so did I." He smiled, surprised, bashful, but something in him had shifted. Not just physically, in spirit, in presence. And the biggest change? Pistachios. Walter was already feeling the boost from Brazil nuts and walnuts, but pistachios, they brought circulation and performance back together where it matters most. These green powerhouses are rich in L-arginine, a key amino acid for producing nitric oxide, the molecule that relaxes blood vessels and boosts blood flow. And for men over 60, blood flow means everything: vitality, confidence, intimacy. But pistachios also lower LDL cholesterol, yes, even in tiny vessels that matter most. Improve vascular flexibility, deliver antioxidants that protect delicate tissue. I had Walter eat a small handful of raw, unsalted pistachios every afternoon right when nitric oxide dips and testosterone starts its daily slide. Just a few days in, he said, "There's more sensation, more connection." I didn't think that was possible anymore. By week 2, his confidence was back, not just in bed, but in life. That's what matters. This isn't just biology, it's dignity. And the science agrees.
Men who ate pistachios daily for 3 weeks had improved erectile function, better blood lipids, and greater satisfaction physically and emotionally. Some felt results in just 48 hours. Walter had quietly given up, but this change reminded him healing isn't just possible, it's personal. If you're struggling with firmness, sensitivity, or self-assurance, don't overlook pistachios. They're not magic, but they help turn the blood flow back on. And when that happens, the man you've been missing comes back with it.
5. Almonds, the hormone balancer. If your hormones are the orchestra, almonds are the quiet conductor behind the curtain. A few weeks into his new rhythm, Brazil nut in the morning, pumpkin seeds in the evening, Walter walked in with a lighter face, steadier voice, and something I hadn't seen in a while, ease. But just as he was leaving, I stopped him. "There's one more nut I want you to add," I said. "Not for flow, not for pressure, for balance." He raised an eyebrow. "Balance?" "Yes. For your hormones, for stress, even for sleep. That nut is the almond. Most people see almonds as just a healthy snack, but for men over 60, they serve a deeper purpose. As testosterone starts to fluctuate, not just fall, other troublemakers sneak in. Cortisol rises, insulin resistance creeps in, energy crashes hit out of nowhere. Even when everything else is working, your system still feels off. That's where almonds come in. They help restore harmony by delivering magnesium to calm the nervous system and deepen sleep, healthy fats to stabilize blood sugar and support testosterone, vitamin E to protect reproductive tissues from oxidative stress, B vitamins to smooth mood and metabolic function. I told Walter to grab 10 to 12 raw almonds mid-morning, not as a treat, but as a tool. "Don't overdo it," I said. "Just enough to remind your system you're steady, you're fueled, and you're safe." He took it seriously. Within days, his sleep deepened, his cravings eased, and those weird midday energy dips, gone. "Doc, I feel centered. It's like I'm not fighting my body anymore." That's the power of almonds. Not flashy, just steady support. A calm hand on the wheel. In my clinic, I've seen this over and over. Men who consistently add almonds often notice smoother energy, sharper focus, calmer moods, and a more consistent testosterone curve over time. While pistachios spark the fire and walnuts fuel the blood, almonds hold the whole system together. They're the glue, the silent support that keeps the plan in motion. So if you're doing all the right things, exercising, eating better, but still feel off, add almonds. Because sometimes the fix isn't in a supplement. Sometimes it's in balance. And almonds bring that back, one handful at a time.
6. Final message. 5 seeds of strength. You don't need to overhaul your diet, buy expensive pills, or chase viral trends. Sometimes it's the oldest, simplest foods that quietly rebuild your foundation. Each of these 5 nuts and seeds plays a role. Brazil nuts restore your selenium shield. Pumpkin seeds feed your prostate and hormones. Walnuts cool the fire of hidden inflammation. Pistachios revive blood flow and confidence. Almonds help rebalance the stress that wears you down. None of them work overnight, but together, consistently, they speak to your biology in a language it still remembers. You're not broken. You're not too far gone. You're just undernourished in the ways that matter most. So here's your move. Choose 2 or 3 from this list. Start small.
one handful a day, and let time do its work. Because you're not here to just get by. You're here to reclaim your edge, and these foods can help you do it, one bite at a time. If this message sparked something in you, share it with a friend, a brother, or someone who needs that nudge. And if you're ready for more, stick with us. We're just getting started.